Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Why Partner Co. Why Now? My name is Freddy Melero. I am fired up and excited to share with you in the next 15, 20 minutes a life-changing opportunity. My guess is if you're watching me either live or on replay, that you've heard about our life-changing drops, our hormone balancing drops, skinny drops, Slenderiiz drops, our attraction marketing system, and just how people are taking control of their finances with our community, with everything that we have going here, impacting people from a health and financial perspective. We've got it going on. My name is Freddy Melero. I've been in direct sales network marketing industry for a little over 25 years, and I've had some amazing mentors. I've had my pruning process, but once I figured this out and started understanding, that this was all about duplication, about utilizing tools, running systems, and the duplication of that. I started having a lot of success, and as a result of that, I've helped hundreds of people create multiple six and seven figure income, built a massive massive teams globally, upwards of 100,000 people. And about a year ago, I was not in the industry. I was consulting, independent, working for some very large direct sales company, helping them get into the Latino market with their companies and whatnot. Also had some digital marketing business going on, and curiosity killed the cat. I saw a campaign, which is our traction marketing system. It caught my attention. It led me to reconnect with an old friend, Brent Palmer, who was a master distributor of a company I was with many years ago, which is now part of PartnerCo. And long story short, it has been about a year right now. We've impacted people all over the place. Our team is rapidly expanding all over the US, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Peru, Colombia, and Europe, in Canada. And so my intention in the next 15, 20 minutes is to share with you what I've seen in this past year, the amount of lives we've impacted, why that's happening, and why you want to be a part of this, especially right now, a few weeks away from our next big event, which is in Dallas, our convention, PXP. And I'll share that with you as we go by. Now, this company partner code I'm going to talk to you about is a global opportunity. We have offices, products registered, and employees in over 50 countries. As you can see, we're in pretty much the whole European Union. We have a China license. We are in Japan. We're in Australia. We're in South America in many countries and growing, right? When we talk about what does Partner Co offer as far as products, we offer over 100 different products in $7 billion categories. We're talking about personal care, functional foods, dietary supplements, skincare, weight management, energy drinks, and sports performance. Our founders, John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist, one of the things, having been in this industry for 25 years, built massive teams and dealing directly with owners and C-level executives on a daily basis, understanding the importance of their decision making, their vision, their commitment, their drive, their determination, their character, their integrity. I met John as soon as I reconnected with Brent. I went to Utah, and no number one thing that stood out with him, and I'll tell you a little bit about his accolades. I'm a vibe person. As soon as I saw him, instant connection. This is a gentleman that's been in the industry for 27 years, 25 with one company. He was one of the top leaders in Tahitian noni. His team sold over $3 billion. And if you do the math, and you know what a large organization pays out percentage wise, if you do the math, he's earned a lot of income. He was in Puerto Rico, retired, and Tahitian noni got bought out by an investment company along with 13 other companies. And he was not happy. So he decided he wanted to buy his company back, Tahitian noni, and obviously everything that was going on. And long story short, he went to his neighbor. They live in Puerto Rico, in Dorado, Puerto Rico. Darren, Wharton School of Business graduate from UPenn, worked in Wall Street, Goldman Sachs. He started a company from nothing and sold it for over $6 billion. So needless to say, we have a billionaire, right? And so when I share a little bit about the founders, I want you guys to understand that we have on one side a guru in the industry we're in, because he's built massive teams for 25 years with one company. So longevity, commitment, determination, you name it. And then we got Darren, who created a company from nothing to a multiple billion-dollar company. So to have him on one side and John on the other, very powerful. And I can tell you in the last year, one of the things that's impressed me the most is they are with their families almost every weekend in different countries, in different markets at events. They're all in. Apart from running the company, they're out in the field. And that really separates them from everything I've ever seen in this industry. Now, our mission is to power health and prosperity around the world through building partnerships, inspiring wellness, creating wealth, finding adventure, and creating an uplifting community. The values we live by are true partnership. Health is your number one investment, customer focus, real products, real results, excellence in every act, courage to lead, dream big, act now, culture of performance, work in adventure, and built to last. Our product approach is a science and nature collaboration. We like to say our products come from the farm to the pharmaceutical. We focus on precision nutrition. We create solutions that last, and all our products are guaranteed, tested, and proven. Now, behind our products is a scientific and medical advisory board, and the chief medical officer behind that, and the director of it, who's basically been in charge to creating all our products up until this point, is Dr. Ray Strand. He is a preventative medicine family practitioner. So he's focused on you not having to go to the hospital or having to go to the doctor because you have a health challenge. He's trying to prevent that, right? And he's been focused on that. And so he runs our scientific and medical advisory board, which is, got the who's who of medicine, of pharmacology, toxicology, neuropathy, nutrition, et cetera, et cetera. We also have a wellness council and athletics council. And guys, Partner Co is committed to science. I mean, the products we have and have had up to this point are high science, science-based. They're safe, they're effective, and they're changing people's lives. As if that was not enough, Darren and John are so committed to high quality products that change people's lives. They're safe and effective that they brought on Dr. Joshua Plant as our chief science officer, not to replace anything, but in addition to what we have right now. What's cool about him is he's a Harvard, he got his doctorate at Harvard in biochemistry. He has been the chief science officer for two direct sales company, which is the industry we're in. So running, creating products for them that have sold billions and billions and billions of dollars. And so to bring him on top of what we have already, which is crazy, it's crazy. So guys, when I tell you we have life-changing products, we have them and there's more coming. And, I can tell you, I'm probably consuming about 15 of them right now, between all the products I take throughout the day, between the meal replacement shakes, the probiotics, obviously the drops, the Advantage, and so many other products. But we have solutions that last, like I mentioned. We're talking about gut health, detox, weight management, healthy aging, immunity, kids health, hormone support, skincare, sleep, daily health, and so much more. But we have decided to focus on one lead product, which opens the door to the curiosity of what else do we got. And these are those drops that I told you about. So chances are you're either on the drops, you've heard of the drops, or you're curious about the drops. But guys, I'm going to share with you guys a real quick video that shares with you guys the virality of our drops, which, ever since this system came out, which I'm going to talk about, the last year and a half, it's gone nuts, not just here in the States, but also in Europe and other markets. And so here we go. Like I said, these drops have gone viral, and even though the image and probably the video said over 1 million sold, we're over 2 million bottles sold. This product is just unbelievable what it does to balance your hunger hormones, feel energized, gain confidence, and lose weight, which is what a lot of people are looking. And I'll tell you, people are losing weight like I have never seen in before. I've been in direct sales for over 25 years, most of that in nutrition and specifically in weight loss for the majority of that. And I'll tell you, people are always looking for ways to look, feel, and perform better. But right now, there's like a pandemic with obesity, where people are so desperate, they're taking drugs for diabetics as a solution to help them lose weight because they're desperate. And even though some people are getting results, a lot of them are not. Number one, because there's a lot of side effects. Number two, because it's not guaranteed to lose weight. And not to mention the injections and the cost, whether you have insurance or obviously if you don't. So what do these bottles, what does this Slenderiiz do? Well, number one, the first bottle is two bottles that you take on a daily basis. The first one here in the United States and Puerto Rico, Slenderiiz is designed to kill your cravings. It's a homeopathic, hormone-free formula. It curbs hunger and appetite, assists in the release of visceral and subcutaneous fat. It assists in weight management, and it supports digestive health. Slenderiiz is a homeopathic blend of 11 remedies, ingredients to provide a whole body approach to weight management. Our second bottle here in the US and Puerto Rico is called Accelerate. It is designed to boost your metabolism. It is a patented blend of vitamins and adaptogens. It helps boost the metabolic rate. It enhances your energy levels. It helps stabilize mood, and it helps your body adapt to stress. Now, guys, these are the formulas for United States and Puerto Rico. There is a formula for Canada that does the same thing. It just the delivery method is a little different, even though it's drops, and also for South America. Now, what are these? What is one of the reasons our drops are so popular? Well, because of the fact that it's balancing hormones, it is providing a solution for a lot of health challenges that people are having at this moment. For example, some of the symptoms of hormone imbalance are mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue and tiredness, and weight gain. I can tell you, even though I've been focused on weight loss, I've noticed that a lot of women that are going through the perimenopause or menopausal phases are having a lot of these symptoms because of their hormones being imbalanced, and our drops are giving them their life again. So I can tell you, we have a solution that is way beyond weight loss. But guys, weight loss is king. A lot, with over 82%, I heard the other day, overweight and obese in North America and growing. Guys, this is not a joke. It's not a cosmetic thing. It is much more than that because of all the health challenges that you can prevent, right? And illnesses and diseases you can prevent by controlling your weight. And so we have a product that literally is life-changing, and that's why we're having so much success. Now, what's fueling all that for those that came tonight and want to learn how to earn income is what's called our system of growth. This is the reason why I am here and you guys are here, because if it wasn't because I was nosy and had the Facebook app open and started seeing a campaign of before and afters of people that the drops had transformed their health, and they never said the name of the company or gave me a link or the name of the product, they just had my curiosity going for about a week. I kept on seeing these before and afters, from people that had worked with me in the past in Mississippi and some different states. And, it wasn't until I saw Brent posting something similar that I reached out to him and I said, tell me about this. I mean, I'm seeing so many stories. What is this product? I want to take it myself. I mean, it must be unbelievable. And so long story short, guys, the system of growth was designed for you to be able to attract your ideal customer. And because PartnerCo allows you to buy in bulk, you can give your customer a savings from the full retail if they were to buy it on your website and still make a substantial profit. And the cool thing about it is that you're getting it directly. So people are sending you the money through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. So you're getting instant money. And in many cases, they're sending you the money. You haven't even ordered the product. So you can make, upwards of $80 per drops, right? Meaning for a 1 month supply, and still help the customer save $40 off the retail price. And so what's happening is a lot of people are doing that. We have the system funneling, driving customers to you that want to know about these drops and want to buy it. They're sending you money, And so now you have money, and you have a profit and you're moving volume, right? So it's a volume generator that duplicates. And if you've ever done this industry, you obviously want to move a lot of volume because all the compensation plans play on volume and duplicate that volume, right? And so that's what this is. It's a volume generator and it's a system that's duplicatable. So if you can duplicate volume generation, you've got something. And guys, when I caught that idea and I saw it in action, when I saw people have success, when I started doing it myself, and in the first 3 days, I sold 22 boxes and I had over $3,000 sent to me through these digital cash apps, right? Pay apps. Guys, my mind was blown because I was thinking, I've never had an asset like this to offer to my team, to my leaders, and still had success. Imagine if I had this, it would be insane. And guys, you can imagine what's happened. It's just been insane. And it's not just me, it's happening all over and my team, but it's people all over the company taking advantage of this. So what is this system? Bottom line, when you sign up with us, we're going to send you a link to download an app called Boards. Boards is an app that you'll download just like you download Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. You download the Boards app, and then we're also going to send you a link to our team board, right? And in that board, you're going to have a campaign of sharing images twice a day with the text and the images, people that have gotten amazing stories on the product, their before and after, and their story. And it's going to basically have a call to action so that they ask you information. And then when people ask you, what is it? We're going to have a message for that. How much does it cost? A message for that. How do I take it? Everything's there. So basically everything you would need to attract people to you, to sell them product, to convert them to a brand partner eventually to do the business, it's all there. And so that's why we're having so much success. Here's an example, for example, of, before and afters that we share with their story. And then people just are going to ask you, tell me more, right? Tell me more about this. Now, guys, I mentioned that it's a volume generator and duplicator. So I want you to understand, without getting into the compensation plan, just with one of the 8, we get paid 8 different ways in Partner Code. We get paid weekly. This thing I told you of selling these drops, that's instant pay and that's directly to you. But through the compensation plan of the company, as volume moves, orders are made, people are enrolled and registered and whatnot, as that machine is going through, you're paid weekly. One of the 8 ways we get paid, if you were to duplicate this system into 2 teams, as you can see, as 4 people in each team are posting these campaigns and moving volume, you're seeing your income on a weekly and monthly basis, what that's going to average. And as you max it out with 27 people, and we're just talking about 2 lines, one of the 8 ways is paying over 2,000 a week or 8,000 a month. Now, guys, that's just 2 lines. You can build unlimited lines. I've got 5 I'm working on right now. And that's just one of the 8 ways we get paid. So our compensation plan is powerful. It has been voted #1 several times in the industry globally for a reason, because it's very powerful. So to have, a solid company with science-backed, life-changing products, focus on one product that opens the door to other products, which obviously you don't just want to depend on one product, but one opens the door and it's focused. So you focus all your energy on one. And then to have a system that drives volume into a compensation plan that has been voted #1, guys, it's win, win, win. And that's why we're so excited. So how do you get started? The person that invited you, whether live, if you're on right now, or on video, is going to send you a link. You're going to sign up. It's $29 to get in business. You're going to get a replicated site, just like the site you just signed up on. You're going to have a back office where you see your commissions instantly, right? Whatever you're going to pay, we get paid weekly. Whatever happens from Saturday to Friday midnight, you get paid the following Friday, but it's instantly showing you what you're earning up until the weekends, right? And then you get paid the following week. You also see all your reports. You have everything. They also have an app in the company that has all our PDFs, our PowerPoints, all the images, shareables on the product. So everything you need, they have. I mean, we won all kinds of awards, with our marketing stuff, which is just amazing. And it's great because at the end of the day, it's very attractive and it helps people make a decision because they like what they see, right? So once you get started, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to activate your position and qualify it. What does that mean? So you're going to get started for $29.95, and then you have the option to, decide in your first 4 weeks some people decide the first moment, and I'll share what I mean by that right now. But in your first 4 weeks, you decide what you're going to get paid for life every time you enroll someone, whether it's 15% or 30%. Most people obviously want to make 30. I did. And then you also are able to earn from more than 2 lines. At the end of the day, if 2 lines, you're going to be making 2,000, you start making more every other line, right? So the more lines you have, the more money you make on that one way of compensation plan. So getting to ultimate is your goal in your first 4 weeks for that. And our compensation plan has a matching bonus that once you qualify, it's for life. And guys, that's powerful, because even if your structure's off or whatever, but somebody takes off and you enrolled them, you're going to get a match on their check, regardless of what the rest of your business looks like. And that is powerful. I've never seen that in my life. I've earned a lot of money in this industry, but I've never earned off a matching bonus. And so to be able to earn off a matching bonus, without structure is powerful. Imagine with structure, it's insane. And so that's why so many people are jacked up about our compensation plan. So how can you get that 1,500 quick? Well, a lot of people, especially now with the growth we're having and the success we're having, they're getting started with the option number 3. The company gives you, like I said, they allow you to bulk buy so that you can, make a profit selling the product and give them a deep discount and still make money, right? For example, option number 3 is 30 boxes of drops. That's for 30 systems, right? We sell them. The company sells them at $176 plus shipping and handling, $200. So if you send somebody, you say, hey, I have a link, I'm going to send somebody to my site, they're going to end up paying $200 for the product. You're going to make commissions, obviously, off all of that. And it's good money, right? However, if you were to buy one of these kits and have inventory, which is what most people are doing in the beginning to get the business going and to save their customers money, we can offer the same $200 product that they'd be paying for $160, and then you are going to make the difference between $160 and the $76 that it costs you. So in this case, it would be what, $84 profit. So 30 times 80, you're making about $2,500 selling this. And how are you selling it? Because you're posting twice a day these images, and people are asking you, what are these drops? You have a script, and they're going to send you a Cash App, a Vima, a Zelle, or whatever, or maybe even cash, depending on who it is you're talking to. And so that also, getting that done, if you start with that, qualifies you for Ultimate right away. If not, there's other options. As you can see, there's a 10-pack. The cost per box goes up, $12, $13 more. And there's also a 4 boxes where, the cost is still cheaper than what they're paying, and you can still make a good profit, but it's a lot less. So regardless of where you start, the end goal is in the first 4 weeks, because of all the business you're generating, to get this $1,500 done. And so I'll tell you, whether you start with a 4-pack or you start with a 30-pack, as you start posting, your goal is to, obviously move these 30 boxes in your first 4 weeks. And guys, we get people doing it all the time. I tell you, my first 3 days, I'd sold 22. My first week, I had sold 30. And guys, I'll tell you, what blew my mind was, man, if I can teach 10 people to do exactly what I did, that's insane, right? What if I can teach 100? What if I could teach 1,000? Jeez, I've built teams of over 100,000 people without something like this. What would happen? What's going to happen in 2 or 3 years as we duplicate this everywhere, right? It's just insane. So guys, we have something powerful. And what I want you to understand is that we've got the leadership, we've got the company, we've got the system, we've got everything. And in a couple of weeks, we've got a convention going on. So my number one suggestion, if you saw something here tonight, get back with the person that invited you tonight, get all your questions answered. And, I look forward to working with you. Make sure that the person that invites you gives you our Getting Started training, so you can get onboarded correctly, so you can download that app, so you can start posting immediately, whether you have product or not, start moving boxes, collecting money. It's just nuts what's happening. And at the same time, enrolling people that want to do this as well, because, even though our system is product focused, you'd be surprised how many people we bring on in the business as a result of them saying, wow, if this product works, if there's a marketing system and there's some money to be made, this is going to be nuts. I've never heard of this before. And guys, it's happening all over the place. I can tell you personally, in the last week or so, I've enrolled almost a dozen people, and just the conversations are insane. People from California, from Pennsylvania, from Utah, from here, from Florida, from Puerto Rico, from Texas. I mean, people are joining us from everywhere. And it's exciting because a lot of people are searching and praying for solutions, not just from a health perspective. And if I just stay there, we could stay there because it's a big deal right now what we offer with these drops and the life changing, but also from a financial opportunity, guys. A lot of people are searching